What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Tonight, right now, I think it's like 5 p.m. on Friday, and tomorrow I'm competing. It's my first competition of May, my third competition of the year, and I'm extremely nervous. I've cut a lot of weight in the past few months, past year, really, to be honest. My last competition I did about 2 months ago. I cut down from about 230 to 208 and weighed in for that. And then I've maintained that weight, and then my plan was to go down to 195, and that's what I'm weighing in at. So 195, but I am struggling, not gonna lie. It's been a rough couple of weeks getting down to this weight, but I'm almost there. I have to weigh in 195.8 with the gi at World League, and I think I'm a little bit more than that. So I got some weight to cut tonight. I'm gonna hit the class, gonna hit the sauna tonight, do the salt bath, the whole 9 thing, and see where I'm at. So I'm gonna weigh myself right now and see where I'm at, and then we'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of competing at all, to be honest, and I'll talk about that and a few other things. But if you guys want to watch me suffer, then stick around, I guess. All right, so I haven't weighed myself at all with my gi on. This is my lightest gi. It weighs about 3.5 pounds or something like that. I have no idea how much my belt weighs. So I got some secrets, some things that I'm gonna do to try to make weight when I go in and weigh in, like not wearing my rash guard. I'm actually gonna switch my belt and just kind of put it over my shoulder when I weigh in, and have my wife's belt, which is smaller and a little bit lighter. So, I mean, every little bit counts. So. And I've been weighing in at about 192.7, 192.5 every morning. So it's by the end of the night, I'm usually about 195. Today I didn't eat much, and I'm feeling it. So we're gonna weigh myself right now, and then if I have enough energy, I'll weigh myself at the end of the evening after I do the sauna and all that other stuff, and we'll see where I'm at. It's gonna be a long, thirsty, painful evening until I go weigh in tomorrow, but let's check my weight. $199 with the gi. I got some weight to lose. I gotta lose almost 4 pounds tonight, so I think I could do it. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, I didn't film. Well, I did film, but it didn't come out right. It was all blurry, so I checked it in the morning because I couldn't sleep. Actually, I checked it last night. I got up at like midnight because I couldn't sleep. I was like looking at all the video footage. But so this morning I checked my weight. Lightest I've ever been in years. I was 188 without the gi, which is pretty crazy, and 193 with the gi. So I'm definitely on point and as ready as I can be. I'm thirsty. It's 9:16 in the morning. I don't compete until 3, but we have some other teammates that are competing, so we're headed there a little early. Plus, I can weigh in early, hydrate, eat, and be more comfortable by the time I compete. So something I think it's a little bit weird that I'm competing, honestly, because I'm not. I don't particularly enjoy competing. For me, it's I get really nervous and. I don't know, it gets in my head, so I'm not a huge fan of competing, but I enjoy what it does to me, the process of getting ready to compete. So, you know, the dieting, it really does suck, but it drives me to diet and eat healthy. I wouldn't call it a diet, just eat healthy. The last week is a diet, man. This last week, I'll tell you what I've been eating, but this last week has been pretty brutal. But in general, I've been eating much healthier because I knew I was going to compete, and I pretty much work out 6-7 days a week. I lift about 5 to 6 days a week, and then I go to the gym to train, to the Jiu Jitsu gym, about 5 to 6 times a week. If I can make it, I try to go on my lunch, and so I'll take a 10 a.m. session, and then I'll go to the 7 p.m. session like normal, the normal class where everyone goes to. So, you know, I train a lot leading up to the competition, and I think it just drives me to be healthier. It improves my cardio. And so a big part of my diet is mostly protein, especially since I've been lifting a lot. I did compete once, one other time at 195, and I felt like crap. My diet was basically salad and some fish sometimes, but mostly salad, like heavy salads, you know. And but when I got to 195, I just felt really weak. And so this time, like I said, I've been training every day, I've been lifting every day, and I've been taking protein shakes every day, my creatine, and my diet is mainly consisted of 2 hard-boiled eggs for breakfast, a grapefruit cup. Costco sells these like grapefruit cups, so I have one of those for breakfast. And then when I work out, I'll have my protein shake, which I usually take 2 scoops to get about, I think it's like 40 grams of protein, and it's like 300 calories. And then about three pieces of grilled chicken breast with yeah, and that's been my diet, my diet for the past few weeks. This week I've basically not done the protein shake, and it's just been 3 pieces of, or the same diet but no protein shake. And you know, it's been I can tell the difference with a calorie restriction, but I feel much stronger than I did last time I competed at 195, so that's a good thing. Whether I win or lose, I feel like I've already won. I mean, like I said, this year I think I've lost now close to 40 some pounds, a little over 40 pounds now. So for me, you know, that's a win, to be where I'm at, to be in the shape that I'm at. I've been the best shape that I've been in I don't know how long. Do I have injuries? Oh, absolutely. I got my knees messed up, my elbows are kind of messed up, my neck has been kind of stiff, but you know what? It's part of the game. I don't think anyone ever competes at 100%. So, all right, so time to weigh in. Let's see what we weigh in at. I mean, we already checked when we were at home, so we'll see. And yes, Pedialyte. About 193.3 at weigh-in. So I got my Pedialyte. I'm gonna start drinking this, hydrate, gonna go get some food. I'm just chilling, waiting. It's a few other teammates going. Feel good. Feel not hungry anymore, which is awesome. Because I was starving. So just a little nervous, but it is what it is. We'll be alright. I mean, I'm sure everyone here is nervous, so no biggie. We'll see how it goes. Yay. These fucking guys. Yeah, let's have a drink. Well, it's the next day, so cheers. Yeah, it's the next day. Super difficult to. Why is it tracking my hands? I want to track my face. Anyways, it's the next day, and it's super difficult to try to record content. Like, I've never tried to record content at an event like that, and it's pretty challenging with everything going on. And at some point, you know, you have to kind of stop and focus, because you're gonna get into a fight, right? And you're about to go and do. You know, I always struggle. Is it a fight or a tournament? I mean, technically, it's a fight, right? They're trying to hurt you, or make you tap due to pain or whatever. So, but at some point, you know, you have to cut off the video and just kind of get in the right mindset for that type of environment. And so it's hard to record. But anyways, how did I do? Well, I did all right. I won my first match, and I lost the second, and I lost the third. But the first match, it was, I don't know, I was extremely nervous, really nervous, actually, and I was just trying to hide it and went out there. And once you kind of walk out on the mats, you can't really think of anything else, so I guess it kind of hides your nerves, and it goes away, you know. This morning I was just looking on Instagram, you know, relaxing, and I saw this post by Joe Rogan where he was kind of talking about sports, and he was talking about, you know, football and the difference between like a combat sport versus like football, and it kind of, he's very accurate, especially after competing yesterday, where you know, when you compete in a team sport, it's you know, you have someone to rely on, you have another player, you know, whatever. There's someone else you rely on, a team. When you do something like this, it's all you. There's no one you can rely on. You have to go out and do it. So it's an interesting experience, right? And anyways, so my first match, it went all right. You know, we stood. I've had this mindset, I'm not going to pull guard. If I can get a takedown, I'll go for a takedown, but I'm not going to pull guard. And I'm working through that, and so we stood for almost 4 minutes hand fighting, and then finally he pulled guard, and I was able to just kind of stay in control. And I didn't get any points, but I won by, I think, what do you call it, advantage, because I was in the more dominant position most of the time. I almost passed, and but I wasn't ever in any real danger or anything like that, so that was good. And that was my first victory, the first time I've won in any competition. So even though I didn't win a medal, because there was like 8, 11, I don't even know. There was a lot of people in my bracket. I feel happy that I won, which was awesome, and I don't know, it's a good feeling to finally win a match. My second match, I was doing all right. I was again, same concept. I was trying not to pull guard or anything, and I think I don't know what he did. He went for like a snap down. I don't remember. I'll put it up here, I think. Yeah, I think it was a snap down. And he got me down, and I just didn't react fast enough, and I was able to keep him from passing, and I think I got him in half guard from that, so he only got the 2 points for the takedown, and he didn't get the points for the pass. And I was doing all right defending. I could have definitely done better. I know what I have to work on, which is exactly why people say to compete, is you learn from it, and I know exactly where I need to work on, and I need to work on my bottom game and escaping, and you know, different things I can do from half guard and things like that. Like, I know what to do, but I struggle implementing those things. So yeah, so I know now from this that what I have to work on there. And he ended up taking my back and getting a rear naked choke. So if I sound a little a little rough this morning, my throat was sore a bit. And then the third match, I'll be honest, by the third match, once you go into World League, you get put into the I guess you call it the losers bracket, right? For fighting for third place, and so a new bracket opens up. And so for first, if I would have won one more match, or for second, if I would have won one more match, I would have been second place. If I would have won 3 matches without losing, then you go for first. But because I won my first one, then I lost the second match, then you get put in a new bracket of another 3 matches to get for third place. So, you know, I have to compete again in 2 weeks at World League, at IBJJF in the San Diego Open, and then again the weekend after that at Long Beach for the International Masters. And so at that point I was like, well, you know, I just don't want to get hurt. And so even my professor, he was like, just go have fun, like do whatever you want, pull guard, go for a takedown, just go out and do whatever. And so that's kind of the mindset I went. I didn't really care. I was hungry. And I really, you know, didn't want to spend the next hour still competing. So I just went out and did whatever. And I wasn't gonna pull guard, but I felt like pressure. He had a lot of pressure leading into me, so I went for a sacrifice throw, and I didn't quite catch it, and he popped over it and was able to get to side control, I think it was, and then we went back and forth a little bit, and he went for an arm bar, and I was stacking him, and I felt that I was able to. I could have got my arm out. I felt it start coming out, and then he readjusted, and I might have still been able to fight it off, but I tapped because, like I said, I know I got to compete again in IBJJF, and I didn't want to risk. Like my elbows are already kind of jacked up. This one from an arm bar like a year and a half ago, and this one just is messed up from training so much, and so I didn't want to risk getting injured, and right before another tournament, and so I was just fighting for third place, which I really didn't care about, so I was like, whatever. So I just tapped, but I had fun, man. I learned a lot. Like I said, I know that when I come back to the gym tomorrow, I need to start working on my bottom game. I really need to start working on like deep half stuff, and I know where I failed. And I think that's also a huge benefit to competing. If you guys don't compete and you guys do jiu-jitsu and you roll in your gym, everyone knows your game. Everyone knows what you do. Everyone knows what you plan to do. Like, you roll with the same people, and they learn your game. And so then they learn how to defend it, and you have to grow and learn how to, use a different game so that you don't get caught, right? But when you go to a tournament, they don't know your game. They don't know what you're doing, right? So it's a little bit different in that sense. I had an awesome time, and I'm glad I did it. As nervous as I was, I feel appreciative of my team and my family and everyone that was there. It was just a great experience, and it helped me get over some of the nerves that I was feeling, and I think I'll feel less nervous for the next competition because I competed. And I think that was part of my plan. That's why I wanted to compete so much, is so I can get over these nerves. There is another competition in July before Worlds in Las Vegas, so I might sign up for that one. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, like I said, I had a great experience. Great competitors. I really love that for the sport, is the sportsmanship. Even before, when we were all lining up in the bullpen waiting, a few of us were just talking about what schools we go to, what gym, who we know. It was awesome, man. And so another thing is I compete in Masters too, and man, I'm getting old, man. In May, my birthday's coming up this month, and I'll be 40. So I'll pretty much the oldest in my division. So next year I'll be able to go into Masters 3, and in Masters 3 I'll be the youngest. So there is a benefit there as well. So, but I feel good. Like I said, I've been working out constantly, and I think that's one of the big reasons why I compete. As much as I dislike it, is it drives me to be healthy. Like I said earlier, it drives me to stay focused. It drives me to work on myself, and I think that's the biggest benefit for me, is I really do appreciate that side of it. And I want my kids to compete, and I can't ask them to compete if I'm not willing to go out and risk it and put it on the line. We had some of my teammates take gold, which is freaking amazing. I really do train with some absolute monsters, some killers, man. It's insane. Some of the people that I train with, they are on a whole nother level. And so we had some people definitely take home gold. I think we had some other people that didn't quite make it, and I think one of our purple belts got hurt his knee. So there's risk to competing, for sure. There's definitely some risk, and that's where I struggle with saying, is this competition or is it a fight? Because you can't get hurt. I've seen it. I've had multiple friends injured competing, and it's part of the sport. It's part of the game, and I think when I go out, when I compete, my goal is to validate myself. Like, I want to know that I earned the belt that I have. I know I'm only a blue belt, and if you guys know jiu-jitsu, a blue belt is still considered a beginner belt. So, but I want to know that I can compete with blue belts, that I can hold my own with blue belts, and I feel like I've done that. Even though I lost 2, I felt like I was doing well. I knew exactly what my game was. I knew what I was doing. When I say I know what my game was, I just knew what I was doing as I was going. And I think I don't necessarily have a game. I don't go for anything. I think that's something I need to do. I know a lot of people do it. It's like, if I'm in this position, here's A, B, C. These are the things that I'm gonna go after. Or maybe that's something I need to work on, is building that game. But I think that's where I'm at now. I'm at that point in my jiu-jitsu journey where that is something that I can start working towards, and hopefully, maybe by the time I'm almost getting my purple, I'll have a game plan for competing where I go in and I have steps for every position that I'm in. So, yeah, it was a great time though. I can't say I didn't enjoy it, and hung out with some of my teammates after. We were down in Fullerton, so we drove down to downtown Disney, had dinner and hung out for a bit. And today I woke up at 197. I definitely indulged a bit yesterday, and I'll probably indulge a little bit today with food, but back tomorrow on the diet and focusing on my food and eating and maintaining. So I'll probably try to keep my weight down to 195 and for the rest of this month, so I can compete in the next 2 tournaments, and then I'm gonna decide if I want to go down. I woke up yesterday at 188, and I don't remember the last time I weighed 188. It's crazy. So when I started jiu-jitsu, I weighed 250 or 260 pounds. A little over 2.5 years in, and I'm 188, 195, and in shape, right? Not just losing fat, but I've gained a lot of muscle. I've had a purpose to lift, so I don't get injured, and it's been awesome. So, if you're debating on starting jiu-jitsu, I say go do it. Go start jiu-jitsu. Just do it. If you're overweight, if you feel like you're out of shape, just don't wait. Just go do it. And for any of my subscribers that are maybe watching this, and you're looking for something fun to do, you're looking for something healthy, you're looking for an activity, and you're older, you're not in shape, go do jiu-jitsu. Just go try it. I'm telling you, it's freaking amazing. You don't even have to compete, but it'll drive you to into something new. And there is a huge similarity to the motorcycle community and jiu-jitsu, and friends, and a sense of I don't know, I don't know how to call it, but it's awesome. So yeah, I had a great time, and I'm gonna try to record these anytime I compete. The process, I don't know if I'll record like all the way, like different weight cutting methods or what I'm doing or whatever, but if you guys enjoyed this video, I'll definitely try to record more and see if I can get someone to record for me while I'm at these events, because that's where it gets challenging, is trying to like I said, I am competing, so it's hard to work on making the content and focus on what I'm about to do, because I have to be focused. If I just go in there and not be focused, I'm gonna get hurt, and I don't want that. So yeah, anyways, great experience. Jiu Jitsu World League, I think are pretty good event. They throw a good event. Last time the Fullerton event was outdoors. This time it was indoors in a nice facility. Parking was easy to get to. And so the next one too is IBJJF Open in San Diego, I think on May 20th, and then Long Beach is like May 30th or something. That's the big one. That's the international one. So I'll be doing both of those. Maybe I'll make a video for those. Those are different tournaments. More. If you guys do jiu-jitsu, IBJJF is kind of like it, right? That and ADCC, and there's other, but that's one of the main ones. So yeah, I don't know what to say. It was good times. I feel like I had so much more to say that I've been thinking of about this, and the struggles of not liking to compete. Yesterday I was really regretting signing up. It happens a lot where there's like a there's a moment where everyone's like, oh, compete. They're not pushing you to compete, but you know, they're like, hey, there's a competition tournament if you want to compete, and you're like, man, that sounds like a great idea. That sounds great, and you're like, and then the minute that you click, like the second that you hit that button and you pay for that tournament, it's like, why am I doing this? It's like instant for me. It's like instant. Why am I doing this? I don't need a tournament. I have nothing to prove. I don't make money off of this. I'm not a professional. I'm a hobbyist. I would love to train like a professional. Like, I would absolutely love to be able to train like a professional, like just all the time if I could. I'm definitely at a point where I know that I see this as a lifelong journey, and I want to make it to black belt. I want to make it all the way, and that's a long time from now. Like, maybe by April of next year I'll have a purple belt, and then, I mean, that's just the beginning of intermediate belts, right? So either way, I'm not following the belt. I'm just not chasing the belt. I just want to get better and feel like I am good at jiu-jitsu, and I feel like I'm not. But competing definitely has given me a focus of where I need to adjust my game, what I need to work on, and it's just all good, man. That's all I can say. It's a good experience. I had fun. I didn't get injured. I came out. I met some new people. I got 3 matches in at a tournament, which is pretty awesome. I think just competing once, your game, like, you see your gaps, and your game changes because it's so much faster. It's so different than training in the gym. When you're training in the gym, at least for me, we roll pretty hard, I think, at our gym. We were talking about that. You know, my friend, he's traveled a lot, and he's like, bro, he's like, I've gone to a lot of gyms, and we train hard. Like, we go hard. I don't know what it is, but we do train fairly hard. And but it's still not the same thing as a competition. A competition is faster. One match, my hands are sore. They hurt from grips and struggling. I'm aching like I just had a full workout session because you use so much more strength. Your adrenaline dumps, and you just use more strength than you normally do when you're rolling. And I don't know if you can replicate that in a gym environment. It's a whole nother level. It's just different. And the intensity, the speed, the aggression. But then afterwards, like, when it's over, you guys shake hands, and it's like, hey, thank you. Even if you lose, it's weird. Even when I lose, I got choked out, I'm like, thank you. Because he gave everything, I gave everything, and in the end of the day, it was like, man, we did it. We came out here, and we did something that not everyone does, and we put it all out there. We left it on the mats, and it's such a cool experience, and to do that, and then shake hands and give a hug with someone, because they went through the same thing. They went through the training. They've been training. You've been training. You know, it's a very shared, common experience that you guys are sharing. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling, and this video is gonna probably go longer than it should. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If you guys like the video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to leave a comment. If you guys have questions, if you guys want me to make any specific videos on jiu-jitsu, leave a comment. I do plan on trying to do some cool, I guess, podcasts / interviews with some of the black belts at my gym. I've already asked my professor. If you guys don't know who he is, Omar Saloom. He's a 4-time adult world champion. Ungodly amount of masters gold belts or gold medals, like insane. He got his black belt straight from Hoyler. He's trained with Hoist. He's trained with Hickson. He's trained with Helio Gracie. I mean, he's from Brazil, so legit black belt, as legit as they come. And his game, I mean, he goes to tournaments, and it's like, it's just expected that he's gonna win. And I think he said he's finally retired. He said he retired last time, and then someone texted him and said, oh, you just don't want to fight me, that's why you're retiring. And he was like, he had a fucked up knee. I mean, his knee was messed up, and he was like, I'm competing. And he went, and guess what he did? He just wrecked him. Not even like, it was just, it's hard to explain. Anyways, so hopefully I can get an interview. You know, he already agreed to it. I'd love to get an interview with him. His wife's a black belt. We have Leo from our gym who's a black belt, who's another amazing black belt. One of my, I would say one of my really, really good friends. My boy Dan's another black belt. He's an amazing black belt. His lapel game is insane. So hopefully do an interview with him. And we have Gabe. Gabe has tons of wrestling experience, and he's a new black belt. He's a monster, dude. So much pressure. And I think we have like a couple other black belts now. So, oh yeah, and don't forget Jonah. Jonah's a newer black belt. Tons of black belts at our school, and I'd love to interview them and get them on here and let them share their experience going from white to black and just ask questions. So we'll probably be doing some sort of videos with that. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, please leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And, you know, do you guys compete? Do you plan on competing? Are you interested in jiu-jitsu? What's stopping you from starting jiu-jitsu? And until next time, peace.